Welcome back, folks. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're gonna be talking about Netflix The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf. Yesterday, Netflix released a first proper trailer at the upcoming anime film. Before that, we only had a teaser trailer which didn't really tell us that much about the character, about the animation, and what the actual story is going to be about. So they finally did it, and we're gonna go through everything. I'm gonna give you my opinion on what I think about it. We're gonna make some final conclusion remarks, and we're gonna talk about everything. So thank you so much for joining in. Let's get into the video. So first things first, if you don't know already, Nightmare of the Wolf is going to be an anime film produced by Netflix and made by Studio Mir. Now, when it comes to the story, this is going to take place years before Geralt of Rivia, when Vesemir was in his prime. Now keep in mind, things were kinda different back then, because when you play as Geralt of Rivia, or even when you start reading the books, that's kind of the end age of the Witchers. But when Vesemir was actually young, that was when kinda Witchers were at its prime. Now keep in mind, even before Vesemir, you had a bunch of actually Witchers who were much stronger, but that's a story for another day. When it comes to overall animation of the show, I quite like it. It's very similar to the Castlevania one. At first I was worried that they're going to get some 3D into it. I'm not a huge fan of 3D in anime, especially if it's not done right. It kinda ruins the overall mood and immersion of the story and the overall style of the anime, so I'm glad that they kept a really nice style here, and overall I am very happy with the animation so far. Keep in mind, this is a film after all, and we'll see, depending on the success of Nightmare of the Wolf, if they're going to make more in the future, because they can technically cover a lot of characters. One of the first things we do see is actually a letter that Vesemir does read. Now when it comes to this letter, this tells us a lot about how humans perceive the Witchers, because it says here, Witchers are rogues without virtue, true diabolical creatures, fit only for killing. There is no place amidst honest men for them. This tells you that initially when Witchers were made, people were kinda okay, they're going to get rid of the monsters, but once people got stronger, once people actually made cities and everything, once they reinforced their walls, they realized maybe the Witchers are not really something we need. Maybe they're going to kill all of us humans because they're very powerful. So of course, some things are going to happen which I'm not going to go into when it comes to this trailer, because I don't want to spoil anything, but I do know that you're going to see a lot of very important events which led everything into the future with Geralt of Rivia, so you're going to see all of that. We also do see a couple of powers here from Vesemir. Here is Ard, he also does Igni in one of these scenes here. And one of the things we can also talk about when it comes to Vesemir is that he is really capable. Like, this guy is almost as strong as Geralt of Rivia, and he taught Geralt of Rivia everything he knows. And also Vesemir is a master fencer, so obviously that's going to play a huge role into his fighting style. As you can see here, he is very much capable of taking out most creatures by himself. There is also going to be a few companions. There is going to be this mage, I guess. I don't know who she is, because obviously a lot of this is kind of original story. I mean, some is actually made by the events from the books and everything, which was mentioned by Andrzej Sapkowski, but a lot of these things are actually just original content which is now put into this anime. So I don't know when, someone appears, if that's someone we will know about later on. I also like a bit of a style here that they did with Vesemir. He's not really as, how would I say, moody as Geralt of Rivia. There is this, how would I say, comedy flair to Vesemir here, which I do like, and I do believe that people are going to enjoy this character. But again, we're gonna see what the movie is actually about and if it's good once it's out, but so far I do believe it has a lot of potential. He's also gonna be fighting some vampires in the end, as we can see here. Both of these are actually vampires, And it's gonna be interesting to see like who is this person, because he does mention in the trailer like that's a friend of mine, no, friend of a friend. So we'll see if this person actually here, this vampire, is someone more important that we are going to find about. But yes, Vesemir himself was very wild in his prime, and he did a lot of things that people actually don't know about and how powerful he is. So I do believe this anime is going to show a lot. We're going to see obviously some contracts, we're going to see that, but I'm really curious to see what the underlying story is going to be about. I also do believe that this vampire in the end might be maybe the final boss or something like that, but you know, of course we cannot know that yet, but something tells me this is going to be about it, so we'll see. Again, when it comes to the release date, as I said, it's coming out on 23rd of August 2021, so in about 1 month, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how good it's going to actually be. But yes, Netflix is gonna be pushing a lot of this side content now, because they got the franchise, they got the rights, they're gonna try to make as much money as possible when it comes to this franchise, and I do believe this is just one of many projects that they're going to do. Some people like it, some don't. It's hyper production, I know, but that's just how things go these days, because just studios have to put out a lot of content, especially companies that have streaming services, because they have to stay relevant. So these are my opinions on the overall trailer so far and what I think about of the anime. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me down below in the comments what do you think about this, and also don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Discord. I talk a lot about different stuff there, so you can follow me. And also I do have a Patreon page. If you wanted an extra way to support the channel, you can do it via the link below. And also huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.